Hi, I'm Lauren Taylor, Managing Director of Active Property Group. Something that investors generally want to know before they invest is how long they need to stay invested for and how they can withdraw their investment should they need to. At APG, we understand that sometimes situations arise and you need to access your invested funds. As such, we don't lock our investors into long investment terms. We offer withdrawals or redemptions on a quarterly basis. Any investor who wishes to request a full or partial redemption needs to submit a redemption request form at least 3 weeks prior to the end of the quarter. The reason we ask for as much time as possible when submitting redemption requests is because we want to ensure that we have the best chance of having the funds available to pay all requested redemptions at the end of the quarter. APG's pooled mortgage fund is used to finance business and development loans with loan terms generally of 6 to 12 months, so we can't just take the funds back from a borrower in order to pay redemptions. Submitting a redemption request form with as much notice as possible will hopefully allow us the time to raise the funds required from other investors or to hold onto some funds when we have a loan repaid. After submitting your redemption request form, we'll then process redemptions at the end of the quarter, and your redemption will be paid along with your distribution, usually within 2 weeks of the end of the quarter. So what happens if there aren't enough funds to process redemption requests at the end of the quarter? At APG, we aim to have around 5% of our funds under management in cash so that we are always in a position to pay out requested redemptions. We can't guarantee the funds will always be available to cover all redemption requests, especially if there's a large volume of redemption requests within the same quarter. If we're unable to raise enough funds from other investors or don't have any loans being repaid, then we might need to pay out the redemptions on a pro rata basis. To give you an example of how this would work, if we have 4 investors that all request redemptions of $250,000 or $1 million in total redemptions, and we only have $500,000 in the bank at the time of processing redemptions, then we will pay out 50% of the requested redemption to each investor at that point. Once we've raised the rest of the funds or had a loan repaid, we can then pay out the remaining amounts to each investor. As per the information and product disclosure statement, we have up to 30 days to pay redemptions following the end of the quarter. Since 2015, when the company started, we haven't had a scenario where a redemption request hasn't been paid out within the required time frame, and this is a record that we're certainly proud of. So if you have any questions about investing in our pooled mortgage fund, then please send us an email to investorrelations@activepropertygroup.com.au. Thanks, and see you next time.